You're basically turning yourself into a. Tell us about your brand then. Describe your brand to us.
My band is just, you know, I don't have I haven't thought about it. It's just I'm just doing what I do, and I just want everybody that sees what I'm doing to either like or dislike what I do, but if they like it for who I am, for the type of message I'm sending, and not just, just I don't know how to explain it, but I see a lot of people now, they just like the sound of it, but I feel like my music goes a bit deeper. My past music all my music that's out, most of it is just not at all deep. I'm just giving people what they want to hear. But
Okay,
next
tell.
month,
So stop. Well, we'll get to next month. Go on about that. Why did you give people what they want to hear? Tell us about like your whole journey of like actually
yeah,
releasing
so
songs. Like
in
start at the
in
that first because you have a. I see that I don't know what you have outside of Spotify. I just stuck with your Spotify.
yeah,
So start
okay.
us at the very first thing you put out and walk us through
Okay,
it all.
so I was coming back home from, like, it was first day of school, okay? First day of the year, and I just felt hype for some reason. And I had like four songs already, right? And that was where I was like at GarageBand. So I go back home and I feel really like inspired. I feel like really in the mood. I'm like, I just saw my friends again and we just played music, that type of stuff. So I pick a beat, slide it in, and I just rap over it. And that night when I was done with that song, I was like,
So where'd you get
you
the
know
beat?
what? Off YouTube. Like, I didn't know like you were not allowed in that stuff.
Okay.
So it was just I just took it from YouTube. It was like a couple of years back. And then I made the song, and then it was one of the first actual songs where I was like, wait, like I think I should start releasing now. Because before it was like I was too shy to release. I didn't know how people would react, and it was really stressful for me. So first time I released, um, and it got good. Like,
Where
people
did you
reacted
release it
good
to?
to it.
Was this on Spot?
SoundCloud,
Okay, and this
only on
was.
SoundCloud. So I started on SoundCloud,
And when was
and it
this?
got uh 2 years ago, actually, something like that.
Okay.
At the start of at this yeah, at the start of like the school year 2 years ago. Um, and then
So you
that's
just
when I
went
started
home
putting out.
and you made a
Yeah.
song and you put it out.
Yeah, I automatically put it out. I was like, I'm not gonna be a bitch about it. I'm just gonna put it out. So I did it, and I was surprised because people actually, like, my friends DM'd me, and they were like, because I never told anybody I really do music before that. It was mostly like they knew I loved to rap, but they didn't know I was serious about it. So when I released it, when I did my first release, they were all like, "Yo, like that's actually not bad. Like, that's not what I was expecting from you." Like, they were all expecting something shit, but they were like that's not bad for your first song, and that pushed me to release more. And then I saw an ad of DistroKid, which lets me release on like 20 platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. And I told my dad, and I was like, I'm serious about this. Like, and it's only like $40 a year, so it wasn't that much. And I was like, I'm really serious about it. And he completely understood, and I love the fact that he supported me. He was like, you know what, like, just promise me you're gonna use it. Promise me you're gonna post music and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, I'm actually gonna work on this. And I made an account, and that's when I released my first project. That was during winter, like February, I think. That's when I released my first project.
All right, that's crazy. So at this point, are you still getting beats off of YouTube, or are you have you evolved past that point?
I'm still getting, cause so I now I have a lot of connections with beat makers. A lot of them are part of the NSL collective. Shout out
Mm.
them. Their their beats are pretty sick, but sometimes it's just like you're looking for that certain type of beat. So you just Google, go on YouTube and you write, like Travis Scott type beat. But I make sure it's free for profit. And usually I would DM the producer on Instagram because they have their Instagram. And I'm like, yo, can I use this? And then some most times they tell me, yeah, you could use it. You seem fire. You could use it, and that basically allows me to get more connections. And
Yo, did you hear
yeah,
what he just said though? Cause yo, man, I know people who just steal that shit and don't even think twice.
yeah.
They don't even think twice.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was I used to do that, but because I didn't know, because I saw free, and I just thought free, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't really matter because I was getting, 100, 200 streams on a song, so like, and no profit, so it didn't really matter. But now that I got serious into it, I had to clear all all beats, make sure they're free for profit. So, because you never know, one might blow up, get you some money in your pocket. You never know, especially with TikTok going on.
Yo, okay, we
That's
got
crazy.
got more to talk about for sure. But for fuck, like, okay, so you dropped a big knowledge nugget. Now I know a lot of people who are very trash at finding beats. Whether because
Yeah,
they're because when people look at the situation, they don't necessarily realize that everything in life is about a negotiation and shit. Now, granted,
exactly.
if you're 30 something years old, people are probably going to expect you to buy the damn beat. But if you're not
Yeah,
like in a position in life like that, I mean, what I heard you say is I found a beat I liked, and then I hit up the guys, and a few of them said no, and then you recorrected it to say if most of them said yes, which is fair enough. But like they
yeah,
might say no, they might say yes. That's all part of the game.
yeah,
But one way or another, everybody's gonna remember that you asked. And because you asked, as you said, you're building up a network of people who might like fuck with you down the line and be a lot more interested
yeah.
in your shit.
Connections. Yeah,
So that's like actually really big. That's like something people can learn from, just in the sense of that. All right, so yeah, as Willie says, it never hurts to ask. Ismail wasn't even aware producers were okay with that. Like people don't know some of these really basic and innate things that you're gonna look at a situation for. Especially as you pointed
yeah,
out, the foresight of yo, I might actually make money off of some of this shit. That's big.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And also, I feel like it's a win-win because when you take a beat that's not free and you don't contact the person, it's like okay, you took the beat. The beat is hard, but it's like you don't, like you said, you don't build that network of connections. But when you contact that person, it's like they most likely follow you, you follow them, and most likely you make more songs. You make more collabs. And what I really like, and what I really well, if anyone wants to be like a new artist, I recommend features, collabs, all that stuff. It's the best thing that could ever happen to you because it's it's just a way of getting exposure,
you're
you know?
absolutely
So
correct. No, he's absolutely
without
correct.
without actually paying because you could always do, promotions. You could pay somebody with 100K followers, be like, yo, can you shout me out? But this is just a way of doing it and having fun with it. I feel like you don't just pay somebody, but it's just like you build relationships with people. And yeah, like for example, my boy Drew, like we became really close now, and it's just he's helped me a lot. And I try to help him when I can. It's just it builds, we just grow together. It's
Yo,
just a win-win.